in the distance there, the beautiful Scarborough railway station. Not Scarborough, Maine. Scarborough here in sunny, lovely North Yorkshire. And I'm going to go and take a ride there, somewhere, one of two places, haven't made my mind up which. I am going to decide after I've had some breakfast, and a proper breakfast at that. First one in years. A big thank you for that grand breakfast at the Lord Rosebery Wetherspoon pub here in Scarborough, named after the 31st Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Just having a very quick stroll towards town now before I head over to the station and be on my merry way. Beautiful, isn't it? I love this town, I love this station, I love taking train rides on it. I miss it. Love where I live, but I love what I know. We're going to Hull. There is indeed essential work at Scarborough Station right now. What precisely? I am not sure. Would imagine it's structural. Here's a Class 185 coming in to terminate here at Scarborough. And I thought I'd come and show a little bit more about the station in the next, well, I've got 8 minutes until my train leaves. And over there, in the distance, over there, is something that Scarborough is very famous for. I'm going to take a closer look at it and then zip straight back and be on my train. And here it is. So called the longest railway station bench in the world. At a purported 456 feet long. It's a marvel, always has been. This platform 1 is the typical excursion platform here at Scarborough Station. If there are rail tours, steam or diesel hauled, that come into the station, you can obviously see platform 1 is the longest at the station by a mile. So, nice little feature of the station there. Seldom used, for obvious reasons, but a nice little feature all the same. And now, over to platform 4, where we take the 10:01 service to, let me shuffle these tickets around here we go, Hull. I'm not sure if Class 1/7 is exclusively run on this line now, but these used to be operated by Class 158s, which were in their own right okay, can't complain, but these are very comfortable rides, very similar to what I'm used to back home with Chiltern Railways on Class 168s, very similar machines. Time to get on board.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service to Sheffield. The next station stop is Seamer.
in 22 minutes flat. The journey is complete to Hull. 174.58 right there, and it was actually 174.57 that you saw pulling out adjacent to us on platform number 4. Little stroll around the place now, and then gonna make a casual way back on the, no, it just disappeared, but I was just gonna say the 1201 to Bridlington. At least get part of the way. Lovely place this. Hull Paragon Interchange, better known as Hull, and better known by the locals just as Hull. They don't really pronounce the H, it's a Yorkshire thing, I get it, don't worry. But this station behind me dates way back to the 1840s, the main station building at least. Back inside, you'll see it in a moment, a massive bus hub as well, hence the interchange nature of the station. There is a giant Tesco in there. Tesco is, for the Americans not aware, one of our main supermarket grocery store brands in the UK. And I have always loved the time that I've spent in this city. Mostly because I am a big rugby league fan, and rugby league is absolutely massive in Hull. Americans aren't going to know a great deal about rugby league, and probably rugby in general. If you have watched rugby before, most likely it's Union, and I love Union as well, don't get me wrong, but rugby league is the beating heart of this city, and I love it. I've missed this place. I'm glad to be back, if only briefly. It's a beautiful ride along what is funnily enough known as the Hull-Scarborough Line, or better known the Yorkshire Coast Line. But I'm just feel fulfilled, feel great, feel lovely here. I always do in Yorkshire. Yorkshire folk are wonderful. If any of you American folks come to the UK sometime, don't just spend all your time in London. Come up here. Not necessarily Hull, but I do recommend it. But Yorkshire's just a wonderful place. Big, sprawling place. I'd say by land area, it's probably about the size of Massachusetts. It's a huge, huge area in England. And I thoroughly recommend a visit sometime. Back inside the station now, and we'll take a right. Trains, buses and coaches, and believe me, plenty of them. All this area down here is buses taking you all across the city, and Hull is no small city, believe me. I'm almost certain it's bigger than Worcester as a comparison for folks in Massachusetts. I'm going to put a little line or two across the bottom of your screen now and confirm, once I've done a bit of research on it, exactly how big the population of Hull is. But there's just a smattering of the buses. And how many bays has this place got? Like 30? I know it stretches outside. Yeah, I can see, from here, I can see 29 and a good number of 3s in the 30s down there. I dare suggest this has got like 36 or 37 bays for buses and coaches. So this place is outstanding, absolutely massive. Please come sometime, it'll make my day, and if you do, let me know. Oh, no cycling, please. No cycling. Not that I've seen any yet, but that is a pretty stringently enforced rule here as well. You shouldn't cycle on platforms wherever you are, but it is pretty heavily policed around this neck of the woods. More trains? Fancy it? Yeah, more trains. We'll have a look at some. Oh, nice clock too. It's 11:30. platform 4. 1201 service to Bridlington. I'm getting on board, carrying on my journeys around this neck of the woods. It's so good to be back. Thanks for joining me on this ride. See you again soon, either here or back home. Take care for now.